Hello, this is John Murphy. I'm a retired deputy fire chief and attorney at law here in Washington State, and I had the opportunity to write an article for Fire Engineering magazine entitled Legal Issues You Can Solve. Every day, as the fire chief or as a fire officer, and even as a firefighter, there are some legal issues that are affecting your department in some form or fashion. Some are external. We get sued for running over a mailbox or a bicycle or getting a motor vehicle accident. And those litigations are far in and few between, although they do happen. A majority of the litigation that does occur occurs internally with our own people, because we need people in order to manage the services and the risk management that we provide for the community. Laws are in place for many reasons. They are to provide guidelines, they are to provide protection for the firefighters, and sometimes they appear to be against us, especially when we violate those laws, and can be used as a hammer against us. Many times we take a look at risk mitigation from an outwardly viewpoint as we're trying to provide a risk free environment for your community. But many times we avoid the internal risk that comes about with people that we are managing on a daily basis. Many times we need to focus internally to make sure that the organization is in a position to provide outwardly directed services to our community. And if you have internal turmoil because of hazing or bullying or violation of individual rights, then you're going to have a dysfunctional fire service that doesn't perform very effectively out in the community, and actually may create a safety hazard for not only the community but your own personnel. But we need to make sure that we avoid litigation as much as we can in order to preserve the integrity of the organization, prevent internal disarray, and create a safer environment. And when I talk about a safe environment, I talk about a safe environment that's free from discrimination, harassment, bullying, and those sorts of things that we see like all too often. We are a service that depends on firefighters. One of my mentors said, if we didn't have people in the fire service, we wouldn't have legal problems. But that's an impossibility, and we all laughed about it. But sometimes you think, oh my gosh, if I didn't have this person, I wouldn't have this problem. But we do, and so we need to take an additional step to say, look, we have policies, we have procedures, we have SOGs, we have codes of conduct which guide us both not only on duty but off duty in the community, and then ethical standards. Every major service in the world has an ethical code and standards, and we do as well in the fire service. And so sometimes for your firefighters, they think that their emergency is your emergency, especially in the legal arena. My advice is to sort of cool it all down and take a look at what the real issue is and what you can do to, to order to mitigate it internally before you have to bring in outside legal counsel. And for them, it may be stewing for, 2 or 3 days or a week or a month, and all of a sudden it boils over. And then you're faced with this urgency on their part, and they want you to do something right away. Sometimes taking 24 to 48 hours helps you clarify the issue, which I think is important, and also let the person know that you're working on this and you're kind of going through a fact-finding aspect in order to make things happen. The article is designed to kind of guide us in a direction that prevents litigation, creates a safe internal workforce for all of our members, and I hope you enjoy reading the article as much as I did in writing it. Thank you very much.